Why do the most faithful Christians, even those who truly love God, secretly battle with lust? Why does it feel like the more serious you get about your faith, the harder this fight becomes? You're not alone, and you're not weak. In fact, you're not even the first. David was called a man after God's own heart, and he still fell. Samson was chosen before birth, and still gave in. This battle isn't new, and it isn't random. There's a reason lust attacks those who are spiritually gifted, and it's not what most people think. In this video, we'll walk through 5 real spiritual reasons Christians struggle with lust, not from shame, but from truth. Stay with me, because one of these reasons might explain exactly what you've been feeling. If you care about spiritual things, you're naturally more open to God's voice, but also to temptation. That sensitivity is a gift, but it can be used against you. The enemy doesn't waste time on people going nowhere. He targets the ones with soft hearts, deep minds, and a desire for something more. That's you. Lust doesn't just hit your body, and it hits your heart. It shows up disguised as love, comfort, or connection. But it's a trap. Think of David. He loved God deeply, but one moment of desire led to a storm of regret. The stronger your emotions, the more carefully you need to guard them. And that means learning to tell the difference between what feels good and what leads to good. When you take your walk with God seriously, it can feel lonely. Maybe your friends don't get it. Maybe you feel like the only one trying to live differently. And in that quiet space, late at night, scrolling alone, feeling tired or unseen, lust sneaks in and pretends to offer comfort. But it's a counterfeit. The enemy uses isolation to whisper lies. No one would know. You deserve this. It's not a big deal. Even Jesus went into the wilderness alone, and that's exactly where Satan showed up with temptation. The truth? You weren't meant to fight this alone. God made you for real connection, real accountability, and real strength that comes from walking with others, not hiding in the dark. If you're called by God, you better believe the enemy knows it, and he'll do everything he can to stop it. Lust isn't just about desire, it's a distraction. It steals your time, drains your energy, clouds your mind, and cuts off your connection with God. Think about Samson, chosen by God, filled with strength, but pulled off course by temptation. That's not just a Bible story, it's a warning. When you're meant to do something great, the enemy won't always come with fear. He'll come with pleasure. Because if he can trap you there, he doesn't need to destroy you. You'll do it to yourself. But here's the good news. You don't have to fall for it. God never gives purpose without also offering the strength to protect it. Sometimes the strongest temptations come from the deepest wounds. If you've been rejected, betrayed, or heartbroken, it leaves empty spaces in your heart, and lust shows up pretending to be comfort. It feels like connection, like escape, like relief. But it's a trap. The enemy knows that unhealed pain makes you vulnerable. That's why lust doesn't just target your body, it goes after your broken places. But God isn't interested in just managing your symptoms. He wants to heal the root. Psalm 147 verse 3 says, "He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds." That healing is real, and once you have it, the temptation loses its power. Let's be real, no matter how strong your faith is, you're still in a human body, and that body has desires, weaknesses, and limits. Even Jesus said it clearly, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Matthew 26:41. That's not an insult, it's a warning. Without daily habits like prayer, scripture, accountability, and boundaries, it's easy to slip. Lust doesn't need much space to grow, just a little distraction, a little secrecy, a little pride. But when we admit our weakness and stay close to God, He gives us the strength to resist. You're not expected to be perfect. You're called to be dependent on Him. That's where the power is. Lust is a battle many Christians fight in silence. But you don't have to stay stuck. With God's help, healing is possible, strength is real, and purity is not out of reach. The enemy wants to keep you bound, but God has already made a way out. If this spoke to you, don't leave without subscribing. There's more truth, more wisdom, and more freedom waiting.